Hello everyone and welcome to The Break Run. My name is Kevin.
And my name's Frank. And today we're going to be discussing SeaWorld's new and exciting plans for 2017.
Recently, SeaWorld's coming off the heels of a controversial Blackfish documentary and is constantly looking to shape and rebrand their parks, focusing more from shows to now rides and education and conservation.
So we just kind of started to see this summer as SeaWorld Orlando unveiled Mako, a B&M hypercoaster. They were anticipating that this was going to save them, but it didn't. They're still struggling as based on their stocks, they just suspended payments to its investors and its price nearly just got cut in half. So it's really not good news for SeaWorld.
Right.
So now with all these new additions coming to all their parks next year, do we think this could save them?
Well, I think them continuing to move towards a theme amusement park is exactly what they need to do. They have to focus on all the conservation efforts that they do. They have to focus on being a theme park and in teaching people and its guests how to enjoy wildlife and conservation while enjoying their day at the park.
So now let's go through all their additions for all their parks and see what we think about them. So starting with SeaWorld San Diego, next year they're getting two new additions, a new Orca encounter replacing their Shamu show, as well as an Ocean Explorer ride and themed area. So what do we think about those?
Well, the Orca encounter is a direct response to California legislator, I can tell you that. So now SeaWorld is looking to change its Orca encounter and expand its Orca tank so it could be more immersive for the orcas and guests looking to view the orcas. The Ocean Explorer, we talked about that in our season 1 video, where it will be a people mover style attraction like at Disney's Tomorrowland, where guests are taken throughout this new area and learn about different conservation efforts made throughout the deep sea and the reef. But we've definitely seen some scaling back on the concept art with this.
Yeah, because originally it was announced it was going to be like fully dark ride through aquariums, get to see animals, and now it's just like an outdoor ride and very bland and generic. And I'm guessing it's budget cuts because supposedly they're spending $150 million on all 3 parks next year, which is a lot. It's a good investment, but they had to kind of scale back, and we kind of didn't see it with the original concept art to the modern concept art. But I feel like it is really cool for the park because the park kind of feels like an outdoor aquarium.
Right.
So now it's going to transform to more rides, more immersion, and I think it's a good step for that park.
And that's exactly what that park needs to do. They definitely have the fewest amount of rides compared to any other SeaWorld park in the chain.
Yeah.
So for them to continue to add rides, it'll be one of the better investments that park can take and try to combat that brand challenging they're having out in their market. Now, we talked about adding rides, so let's move over to Texas and SeaWorld San Antonio, where SeaWorld San Antonio is adding Wave Breaker, the jet rescue coaster. What do you think about this, Frank?
It seems pretty cool because again they're focusing on a thrill ride, more educational. So you're gonna feel like you're with the SeaWorld rescue team saving these animals as combining it with the thrill ride, and it kind of looks like a good thrill family coaster for the park. It kind of fills that gap of not having like a really good strong family coaster. I really like it a lot. The only bad thing is that price budget. I think I read about $18 million for that coaster, which does seem a lot, especially that they're trying to cut back and save money and get them out of their hole. So I feel like it's going to be a good fit, but it might be a little too much.
Well, I definitely think that it'll be interesting to see. This is their first ride based off their hit show, Sea Rescue. And it's going along with what we've been saying, is that SeaWorld's looking to create experiences where they're educating people about conservation and wildlife while giving them a unique thrill at the same time. But I do agree with you on the budget tag, is that you can definitely get a motorbike style coaster for much cheaper than that. So now we're moving into Orlando, where the focus is all over the place. It's not just on rides, but it's everywhere. So you want to talk a little bit about that?
So let's start with VR Kraken. We've been really critical about virtual reality on coasters. If you've been watching, we have a lot of videos about it. Well, I feel like this is going to be a good addition for SeaWorld Orlando because it's cheap. It's not like they're not going to be spending $18 million on it. It's going to be relatively cheap investment, and they could market it as Orlando's only VR coaster. And VR really helped Six Flags over the summer. The general public ate it up, and I feel like it's going to just bring a lot of new people into the park.
Well, if SeaWorld was to do this in any market, this is the market to do it in.
Yeah.
In a land of where immersion is a hit, everywhere in Orlando is immersive theming. So SeaWorld, like you said, with the budget cuts, this is the best way to get that immersive theming on a budget. Now, like you said, we've all been very critical of this VR enhancement to roller coasters, but I think based on the concept art we've seen, it
looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty awesome.
It kind of looks like they're improving it. They're improving the technology, improving the operations. It just looks like it's going to be a decent fit for SeaWorld, and I think I'm really excited for this. The most excited I've been for VR ever.
Yeah, and they said that they're still expecting the wait times to be long, like with other VR attractions, but they said they have a new style of operation where they're planning on being more efficient with it. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
And the one thing I'm super excited for is they're going to give some attention and popularity to Kraken.
Yeah.
When you go to the park these days, Kraken, many people don't even know it's there. So now it's almost like a whole new ride for them without investing in a whole new ride.
Because usually Kraken's always a walk-on. Every time you go to SeaWorld, I mean, so I'm really excited for VR Kraken. So another few things they're getting, like their own food and wine festival. What do we think about that?
I think that, personally, that's my favorite addition that they're adding. So I think the addition for a food and wine festival at SeaWorld Orlando will be very successful, and their events are super popular amongst their guests.
Yeah.
And they're marketing against the annual pass holders, or not against it, they're marketing for the annual pass holders. So basically, they're saying, hey, we're having a new event, come back, come this time.
It's going to get a lot of people to come back.
Right. And I think they said they have 5 food and music festivals now throughout the year, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah. And now also they are getting Electric Ocean. It seems like a nighttime show. It kind of looks like SeaWorld's version of Disney's Paint the Night, where it looks like it's going to be a parade throughout the park. They're going to have like animals and stuff.
It almost looks like there's fireworks as well. So
yeah, they haven't really announced a lot, but this was my biggest surprise. It looks like a really cool addition because SeaWorld never really done like a nighttime show during the summer, especially like a parade. So I think it's going to be smash hit.
I agree, and I think it'll keep people motivated to stay until they close.
Exactly, because that's the point of nighttime show. Have people stay throughout the whole day, help increase profits, and the only bad thing I'm concerned about is SeaWorld's going to go on the cheap end, and it's not going to be as impressive as like a Disney or Universal parade.
Well, if they, Brian Morrow is the VP of Theme Park Experience and Design, and he's got a pretty creative head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
So I am very excited to see where all of these designs will be taken. Like Cobra's Curse, the immersive queue there was totally incredible.
Yeah.
So I think no matter what endeavor they do, it'll be truly amazing, no matter what. But it'll be definitely interesting to see because it's very, very different for them.
Yeah, I mean, just besides that, between getting a new restaurant, a few new shows, Rudolph and the Christmas, it just seems like they are adding so much in this park, and I'm really excited that this is just going to help SeaWorld so much.
And one thing I also wanted to note, the nighttime show is also coming to SeaWorld San Diego as well, which is perfect for them.
Yeah.
So let us know what you guys think. Do you guys like all of these new additions coming to SeaWorld parks in 2017? If you do, let us know which one's your favorite.
As always, thank you so much for watching our videos. Please click thumbs up, like us on Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube for more upcoming theme park videos.
Thanks, and have a great day.
Bye.